Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Taipei Hipping Basketball Gymnasium here in Taiwan. And this is the Taiwan leg of the Asian Tournament. Bobby Gonzalez on your screen, the fiery coach of the Vanta Black Dragons. Coach Bobby Dick de los Santos, the head coach of the Zamboanga Valientes. Our games today, Paula Pilipinas, they were defeated by the Macau Black Bears. Our second game, the Vanta Black Dragons versus the Zamboanga Valientes. Our main game at 4:30 p.m. The home team, the Mustangs of Taiwan, will take on the East Sea Pirates. Hello, everybody with Noy Africa. My name is Sandy Grumo. Jess Constantino is our courtside reporter. And let's take a look at some numbers. And their first game, the Vanta Black Dragons lost to the mighty Taipei Mustangs. Let's take a look at the numbers. 96 for the Mustangs, 83 for the Vanta Black Dragons.
And they allowed the Mustangs to shoot very efficiently from the field, 45%. And they missed a lot of free throws in that game, going 15 out of 27 bench points. Really very much needed for the Vanta Black Dragons, only scoring 7 off the bench. And they were out-rebounded by the Mustangs in that game, 49-42.
On the other side of the floor, we have the Zamboanga Valientes, collected their first win yesterday against Paula Pilipinas, the two-time leg champions, 85-67.
They were able to blow out the Paula Pilipinas squad, 85-67, as you said. And in that game, they shot very well from the field, 48%. They got hot from the three-point area, hitting 10 of their shots, and also able to get a lot of production from their bench, getting 27.
And big-time numbers here for Will Douglas, 35 points, 12 rebounds.
Definitely, Will Douglas was the key factor in their strong start in the game yesterday. But in the second half, he was contained and limited to just 8 points. Needs to be more consistent, play the full 40 minutes to put some problems for the Valientes.
On the other side, the Zamboanga Valientes with his numbers for Frank Johnson, the microwave instant offense for him.
Well, he's always there for instant offense, and whenever called upon, Frank Johnson just continues to put points on the board. Yesterday finished with 19 points, 3 rebounds, 3 steals, and made 3 out of his 8 attempts from the three-point area.
Now we go to our marquee matchup.
Marquee matchup, dependable at the 5. These two bigs are very important for both teams, although Carter will not be available in this game. He is averaging 22 points and 10 rebounds. Both of them averaging double-doubles. Bryce with 10 points and 10 rebounds per game.
He was very exhausted and able to get up early in the morning because of exhaustion. Imagine, he was guarding Dwight Howard, Sam DeGuara, and DeMarcus Cousins.
You're definitely gonna expend a lot of energy, and I think it was a coach's decision to just sit him, and a little bit of load management for Coach Bobby Gonzalez.
He'll have a full day of rest today and tomorrow. He will be back on Monday. Keys to the game here in Noy.
For the Vanta Black Dragons, first and foremost, free Will. Will Douglas was just hot in that first half, scoring 27, but was limited to just 8 in the second half. And they need a lot of scoring from their bench, only getting 7 points out of that. And really have to pay attention to those free throws because they missed 12 yesterday.
Keys to the game for the Zamboanga Valientes. Before we go to that, our starting 5 for both teams. Rasul Usman, Val Chauca, Will Douglas, Miles Carter, and Joseph Obasa will start for the Vanta Black Dragons. Frankie Johnson, Rudy Lingana, Mike Tolomia, Gio Chu, and Ricky Bryce will start for the Zamboanga Valientes. I think the one will start is Jose Nontantabong at Miles Carter.
Should be able to provide an additional scoring punch for the Vanta Black Dragons. But the problem is, how do they contain the towers of Zamboanga? As you see, for the Valientes, very important again to maximize the front court advantage, especially with Carter not available in this game. And be also able to attack the second 5, the bench of the Dragons, because they didn't get too much from their bench yesterday. And of course, try and contain break the will of Will Douglas.
All right, it's game time here in Taiwan, the Taipei leg of the Asian tournament. Jose Nochantabong playing here for the Vanta Black Dragons, a new recruit for Coach Bobby Gonzalez. Joseph Obasa, also a new recruit for the Vanta Black Dragons. The Zamboanga Valientes controlling the tip. This will be an exciting ball game.
Interesting how those two players coming from Pola, Pilipinas will be able to be implemented into the system of Coach Bobby Gonzalez.
The Magic Man, Mike Talongi, is free for three. Picked up by Ricky Bryce. Had his moments yesterday versus Pola, Pilipinas. Gio Chu, 10 points in their last game, and he committed a turnover here. Will Douglas. And the ball goes out of bounds. And last touch there.
At that time, Gio Chu turning the ball over, but trying to sprint back on defense. Very important and very understated. The value of his game yesterday. Playing his first game with the Valientes, finishing with 10 points, 12 rebounds, and 5 assists.
Rudy Linganay. Here is Frankie Johnson. Follows call. It was a late call, but it's a good call. It's going to be Rasul Usman. His first personal, first team foul for the Vanta Black Dragons.
Once again, trying to contain the big men of the Valientes will be imperative for the Vanta Black Dragons, but also have to locate where Frankie Johnson is, because he heats up in an instant.
We are still scoreless. Here is Joseph, fouled by Ricky Bryce.
So that's two early fouls for both of the bigs of the Valientes. Chu with one, Bryce with one.
A minute gone by here in the first period. Valchauka. Here is Will Douglas. Jose for three. And rebounded by Ricky Bryce. Taken away by Jose Nochantabong. Rasul Usman. Jose thinking three. He changed his mind. Valchauka. And he misses on the three attempt. Rebounded by Ricky Bryce.
We're going to need Chauca and the guards, Jose Nochantabong, to be able to hit from the outside.
Jose, Will Douglas, Valchauka. Joseph Obasa trying to slam it. Taken away now by Chauca. 4-3. And rebounded by Rudy Linganay, the veteran of the Zamboanga Valientes, a steady point guard for them, a good acquisition. You know, the team owner, Junie Navarro, very proud of this team, because all of the players are from Zamboanga except for Gio Chu. Mike. He has handles. He hangs in the air, fading away. No.
But still a good job getting to the basket for Mike Tolomeo, just unable to convert.
Bad decision there by Will Douglas. Both teams are running, but without converting any shots. Foul is on Jose Nochantabong.
Well, you'd like for the Valientes to be a little more patient in their half-court offense. Use the height advantage of Chu and Bryce, as you see right there again. That attempted alley-oop pass from Douglas, resulting in a turnover.
Early timeout here for Coach Bob Benedict de los Santos. We'll be right back. You're watching the Asian tournament here in Taiwan.
our ball game. Hard work pays off indeed for the Zamboanga Valientes after that morale-boosting win against Pola Pilipinas. So coming to this game, Coach Bobby Dick wanted the Valientes to keep that winning attitude and hopefully sustain until the grand finals. Despite the win, there is no room for complacency for the Valientes as Coach Bobby wants his team to improve their communication, team chemistry, and limit their turnovers for this game. That's all for now, Sandy and Noy.
You can't afford to be complacent against this Vanta Black Dragons. Even if they lost yesterday, it's still a very dangerous team as the Valientes already with 3 turnovers here in the game.
Will Douglas scores from downtown. You know, Coach Bobby Gonzalez always have that player who loves scoring.
Yeah, he did have Silla for some time in the first few legs, and right now it's Will Douglas taking on that role.
And Rudy Lingana answering back. The Black Dragons ahead by 1, so Will Douglas will go to the free throw line. In the first leg in China, it was Bearden. Monte Bearden, who was the #1 scorer for the Vanta Black Dragons. That's Rudy Lingana scoring. And in the second leg in Pasig, it was Gental Silla, who now plays in China.
And again, this is going to be a tough matchup for Gio Chu, trying to contain Will Douglas, especially from the perimeter.
By the way, at one time, they had Cameron Rooks. Also a tall player, 7'3". Now in the United States, back home.
Well, pretty much that signing was to try and counteract Sam De Guara of the Mustangs. But right now, Sam De Guara has another 2 towers with him.
Yeah, it's always a problem guarding Sam De Guara. When I talked to Coach Bobby Gonzalez, he told me it's always a problem. That guy is huge, and 7'6". And it's very hard to defend him. Usman Rasul recover the loose ball. Douglas, like defense by the Valientes. Outside to Hossein on Chantavong. Rebounded by Joseph Obasa. Obasa squeaking himself inside and scores.
Very understated the value of the signing of Joseph Obasa. Gives them that option in the paint, especially with Carter unavailable today.
Obasa scored 11 points yesterday versus Dwight Howard and the Taipei Mustangs. Vachauka from the outside for 3, and he nails it from downtown.
Finally getting one to go. Vachauka could be the top guard right now for the Vanta Black Dragons, but he needs to be more consistent.
A 7-0 onslaught now by the Vanta Black Dragons. Mike Tolomia. 4-3, and it's way off the target. Picked up by Vachauka. Oh no, look, pass inside to Obasa.
What do you like about the game of Joseph Obasa? He doesn't mess around. He doesn't, try to come up with the weak stuff. That time just getting up and down with those two-handed slam.
4 points now for Joseph Obasa. 2 of 4 from the field. Douglas, Vachauka is way ahead, but Douglas snaps it. Will Douglas with a facial.
I think we just saw a man fly.
Yes. One more time. It's always to see good things. All right, Will Douglas with a slam dunk.
That is a bad, bad man. Will Douglas putting everyone, bringing them all the way to the basket.
7 points. Perfect from the free throw line. 3 out of 3 shooting. Oh, yes. I feel good. Cadiz is in the game. The shortest player on the floor. Mohamed Salim. He throws it up. Rebounded by Will Douglas. Miscommunication on the part of Will Douglas and Joseph Obasa.
And you like how Will Douglas immediately admitting to making the wrong pass in that play because Joseph Obasa was wide open underneath.
Cadiz, Salim traveled without a visa. A turnover there committed by the Zamboanga Valientes. 4 minutes remaining in the first period.
And right now, the Valientes look lost, especially on offense. Only 2 points in the first 6 minutes of the game.
Will Douglas rises up for two, and yes. So Will Douglas here, he is on fire.
No one picking him up, and Will Douglas is just making mincemeat of the Valientes defense.
Rice for three. Rebounded by Chauca. Chauca rises up for two, very short, rebounded by Bryce. Here is Frankie Johnson, met by Jose Otanfavong. Will Douglas for three. Frankie is ahead and will score on the layup. So Frankie Johnson with his first 2 points of the game.
Let's see if the Valientes will try to push the pace, although that's exactly the pace that the Dragons want to play.
Douglas for three. Yes!
I was gonna say that's the kind of shot you'd give to Will Douglas as opposed to letting him get to the basket, but that time he makes the Valientes pay.
That'll be his second triple. He has 13 points here in the first quarter. Salim with a beautiful fake. He hesitated. He gives it to Frankie Johnson. And that's a three-pointer for Frankie Johnson.
Despite the closeout right there, just Frankie Johnson showing that he can still hit with a hand in his face.
How about the performance of Frankie Johnson yesterday? 19 points versus Paula Pilipinas. Because of an air ball, he shot 50% from the field. It's 8 out of 16 yesterday, but did not go to the free throw line. Job Alcantara is getting ready to come in for the Valientes.
Gave them some quality minutes yesterday, coming off the bench in the first half, scoring 7.
Val Chauca, Usman Rasul rims out. Frankie Johnson able to get to it. Frankie Johnson, 5 points here in the first period. The 13-point lead for the Black Dragons. Ricky Bryce for three. Yes! So Bryce with his first three-point shot here in the first period.
Well, he was very aggressive yesterday on the offensive end, scoring 15 points. And he was a little more relaxed, trying to freelance on offense.
Jose Chantavong is fouled by Mike Tolomia. Not in the active shooting.
See there, Ricky Bryce. Apparently, Obasa does not respect his outside shot, just letting him take that one.
So Jose is will go to the bench. Kobe Lam in the game now for the Avanta Black Dragons. Val Chauca. Real name, full name, Brandon Velandri Laguna Chauca.
So far,
It's a
even
long name.
even if he's struggling a bit from the field, trying to do everything else for the Dragons already with 2 rebounds and 3 assists.
It's like John Wilhelm Manansala Africa or Sandy Tracy Hieronimo Group. Long name, long names.
I don't think people are interested with our names though.
Jose Chantavong there. We have long names, Noy.
So I guess we belong on the court.
And Val Chauca will. What's going on down there?
Nevertheless, another strong start here for Avanta Black. Remember, yesterday against the Mustangs, they had an early lead.
Ooh. Oh. Bobby Gonzalez talking to the referee. Why was Val Chaco? He was at the free throw line. So what happened there?
Still don't understand what's going on.
And it was Jose Chantavong with the basketball. He was fouled by Mike Tolomia. Coach Bobby Gonzalez talking to the referee. When the replay came in, it was Jose Chantavong there. Was it a wrong free throw shooter?
Not even sure if there was an intentional switch on the free throw shooter, but
Nonetheless, it was a delay of game, technical or warning. And that's Jose Chantavong talking also to the referee, former national team player of Lao.
but he did study in the U.S. University of Southern Maine. He has made his name playing professionally here in Asia.
Okay, so it's going to be Zamboanga basketball. It's a 10-point game with a minute 26 to go in the first period. Cadiz, Tolomia, Salim, Johnson, and Bryce. Short is Mike Tolomia. Joseph. Picked up by Mike. Frankie Johnson incoming. Bang!
Shoots those threes as if they're layups, and in transition, Frankie Johnson very confidently pulling up.
20-13 as Joseph will score on the other end. Wide open layup for Mohamed Salim. And the Dragons not coming back on defense, and Coach Bobby Gonzalez not liking what he's seeing right now. Val for three. It rims out, rebounded by Mohamed Salim. Cadiz. Tolomia. Draws the double. Cadiz is wide open. He gives it to Frankie Johnson. Incoming. Rebounded by Val Chauca.
It's still a good look for Frankie Johnson, just unable to convert.
Val Chauca coming in here for the Levante Black Dragons as an Asian import, because his mother is from the Philippines. And that will end our first quarter here inside the Taipei Hipping Basketball Gymnasium here in Taiwan. And the Levante Black Dragons ahead by 7 points, 22-15. You're watching the Asian tournament. Rudy Lingana is short that time. And Will Douglas with a slam dunk. Woo! You have to, it's so nice that you have to see it twice. Back in a moment.
you're still watching the Asian tournament, Coach Bobby of the Vanta Black Dragons pointed out that poor shooting and turnovers were the reason behind their loss yesterday. He emphasizes that the team was able to hold the line until the third quarter, but unfortunately they weren't able to play their full game in the fourth, which they have to address today. For the lineup, Miles Carter will be missing today's game after a tough game yesterday against the Mustangs, but we will see Jose Nanchatavong first time in action for the Black Dragons. Back to you, Sandy and Noy.
As I mentioned earlier, Miles Carter will have a full day of rest today and tomorrow. He was not able to get up early this morning because of exhaustion.
Well, that's very understandable going up against the Triple Towers, the Taipei 301 of the Mustangs.
Yes, and Vachaka is fouled by John Alcantara. That will be his first personal. By the way, if you're looking for Peter Alfaro, he's not with the Valientes anymore. He was drafted in the PBA 45th.
In the, I think in the
second
third,
round.
in the second or third round.
Yeah.
So again, that's the shoes to fill right now for guys like Alcantara. Of course, Lingana will continue to be a very effective primary playmaker for them. And I think that's why they activated Denver Cadiz for this leg.
You know, Denver Cadiz is a very busy man. He's a politician back home in his hometown in Zamboanga City. Frankie Johnson is fouled. He will go to the free throw line.
See right there, Frankie Johnson just turning on the Jets, able to fetch a foul. Well, that's what you want to see more from Frankie Johnson. Get his points from the line, especially when he starts to struggle from the outside. Maybe he can try and fish for those fouls, get his points from the line.
Oh, way off for Frankie Johnson. How about the numbers of Frankie Johnson yesterday? 19 points, 3 out of 8 from the three-point territory, and 3 rebounds and 2 assists. 3 steals also. Frankie gets the second free throw. Second quarter just underway. Sandy Grummel with Noy Africa and Jess Constantino, our courtside reporter. We go to the corner. Douglas scores from downtown. Douglas with the interception. Vachaka, no look pass to Kobe Lam with nowhere to go inside. Last touch, the Zamboanga Valientes.
Well, if Will Douglas becomes more consistent from the perimeter, he's going to be a hard person to guard, especially one-on-one.
27 for the Vanta Black Dragon, 16 for the Valientes. Gio Chu coming back here for the Valientes. He is playing heavy minutes here for this team as Douglas will not score there over Gio Chu. Good defense by Chu.
After picking up 2 early fouls, needs to conserve that now with Bryce needing some minutes on the bench.
Douglas creating space. He throws it up. He gets it back. And Gio Chu unable to stop the rampaging Will Douglas, and a delay of game warning on Will Douglas.
Gio Chu can only do so much as Will Douglas has been really going at him. And that time, just giving up the 2 points. Already has 2 personal fouls early in the first quarter.
Just a little nudge there by Will Douglas. Perfectly timed nudge, and he was able to create that little space, and he was able to score over Gio Chu. You know what nudge means?
I'm not sure. Enlighten me.
And I saw you dancing Totoy Bibo and Jess Constantino. You are a good dancer, man.
Yeah, I know. Thank you.
8:23 to go. Mike Tolomia. Now Will Douglas is guarding him. Gio Chu inside, and 2 points for him.
Great recognition there. The mismatch, as it was only Val Chauca trying to pick up Gio Chu.
Will Douglas. Now Gio Chu defending him. Val Chauca. Now Cadiz guarding Val Chauca. There's the separation. Kobe Lam finds trouble, taken away by Cadiz into the hands of Job Alcantara. What a move by Job Alcantara.
A smart move by Joe Alcantara. Faking, trying to finish on the right side, going reverse on the other end, pulling two defenders.
So that will be the first, and Will Douglas with the dunk again, the second in this game.
Both teams now trying to push the pace, much to the liking of the Dragons,
Yes.
for sure.
7 minutes and 17 remaining and a first half. Douglas. Jose is yet to score from the field. He gives it to Valchalka for three and got it!
Finally getting one to go. Valchalka, very valuable to be a threat from the perimeter.
And the Dragons with their biggest lead here in the game. Bobidic de los Santos not happy with the way things are going for the Zamboanga Valientes. Another dunk for Will Douglas. 20 points here in the first half. Joe Alcantara with his first field goal of the game. Timeout brought to you by G-Shock from Casio. The basketball fans here inside the Taipei Hipping Basketball Gymnasium. Largest lead of the game here for the Vanta Black Dragons, 34, the Valientes 21.
The Valientes giving up 12 points now to the Dragons with only 3 minutes having gone by here in the second quarter.
Shot clock at 5. Salim misses inside. Now Will Douglas able to get to it. Douglas looking for a friend. Here is Kobe Lam. Kobe is fouled. You know, he's the longest tenured player there for the Vanta Black Dragons.
Well, he's been there since the first leg.
But he did not play in the first leg because of a sprain injury,
Yeah.
right? 6.5 remaining in the first half, 34 to 21. Douglas, here is Kobe incoming and rebounded by Salim. Taken away by Will Douglas, very short from the outside. Tolomia. He gets it back. He passes on the three and fouled by Kobe Lam.
Right now, the Valientes need to figure out who they want to initiate the offense with. Ricky Bryce on the bench.
Here is Mike Tolomia. Jiu Chu, the offensive rebound. He gives it to Mike inside. There's the separation. He was too deep. And here is Joel Alcantara. And rebounded by Will Douglas. Here come the Dragons. Joseph Obasa. He is a world import for the Vanta Black Dragons. We saw Jiu Chu down on the floor and the knees between these two players collided. That hurts both players.
More importantly, Gio Chu will commit his third personal foul. And of course, these two are college teammates playing for Ateneo in the Philippines.
and both won championships, right? So Joseph Obasa will be taken out now. Remember that Miles Carter will not be playing for today's ball game because of exhaustion.
So the Valientes will make the adjustment, bring in Bryce, so Gio Chu does not have to defend the post on its own.
Basket will not count for Val Chauca. He was hit earlier before he took that shot. Number 3 on the that will be number 4 on the Valientes, and the 3rd for Joe Alcantara. Largest lead of the game here for the Vanta Black Dragons. Valientes hole hunting here in the first half.
Yeah, definitely, especially here in the second quarter where they've only been limited to just 6 points.
And Val from downtown. So that'll be his second 3-point field goal.
Starting to heat up.
And Gio Chu with a slam dunk inside.
No one there to mark Gio Chu. So even with the big lead, I don't think Coach Bobby Gonzalez is happy with that play.
Kobe Lam backs off. Douglas incoming, very short on the 3 attempt. Chauca saving it for the Dragons. Outside to Usman. Rasul for 2. Yes.
Gonna have to put some bodies on the Dragons as they've been getting some good open looks.
And Rudy Ligala step out of bounds. New player on the floor. That's Robert Whittaker. Had an accident, tragic accident back when he was young. You know, he played basketball all his life. Had an accident, tragic accident when he was young that put him in a disadvantage. And Coach Bobby Gonzalez giving him the opportunity to shine here in the Asian tournament.
He actually scored the last basket in the game yesterday against the Mustangs, and the crowd was very appreciative of his effort.
And they are making a documentary about there's a documentary being made for Robert Whittaker. Oh, foul is on number 6, Usman Rasul of the Vanta Black Dragons. Jaw was hit. 4 minutes and 13 to go. Bryce for 3 had 1 in the first quarter, rebounded by Will Douglas. Val Chauca. Here is Robert. Back to Will Douglas. Chu defending. Obasa asking for the ball. Douglas is fouled by Chu. That will be his 4th personal. And he is in danger of fouling out. And he will become a liability on defense.
We're still in the first half. Again, a difficult cover for Gio Chu, especially since Will Douglas is trying to attack him from the perimeter.
Haner Hassan will see action here for the Valientes.
Looks like the assistant coach will be teed up. Assistant coach Jade Padrigao. See the assistant coach going on the floor. So we have Val Chauca taking the technical free throw for Vanta Black.
Look at Ricky Bryce continues to entertain the fans here inside the gymnasium. He's talking to the fans there. You see Junior Navarro, the team owner of the Valientes.
Isn't that Marcus Quirk that he's talking to?
Yeah, Marcus Quirk is there. First time I saw him first time I see him in street clothes. This is huge already. Douglas, 21 points, 10 rebounds, and 3 steals.
And we're in the first half.
Yep. So, as I mentioned earlier, in the first leg, Coach Bobby Gonzalez had Monty Burden and Joe Allen and Gentile Silla. In the second leg, Gentile Silla averaged 37 points a game. Oh, Valchauka shooting in between the eyes of Ricky Bryce Jr. Joe, 4-3 incoming. Very short, picked up by Will Douglas. Douglas. Here is Robert Whittaker for 3.
I thought he was caught stepping on the sideline.
Yeah. So Robert committing that turnover for the first time here in the Asian tournament. Back in the game is Frankie Johnson for the Valientes. Rudy Linganay. Here is Ricky Bryce again for 3. And he is 1 out of 3 from downtown. Here is Joseph Obasa with a facial.
Again, doesn't waste his energy, just goes strong up to the basket. Another two-handed slam for Joseph Obasa.
Ricky Bryce did not come back on defense. Rudy Linganay is scoring a 3-pointer there. Look at that. The Dragons very quick in transition, but that time the Vanta Black Dragons committing a turnover.
Oh, an illegal screen on Lou.
Yeah, also a local player for the Vanta Black Dragons. Haner Hassan committing that foul, his first personal. 2 minutes and 41 to go. It is a 20-point advantage for the Vanta Black Dragons.
And just like that, it's starting to look like a rout here for the Dragons. They've been able to up the pace, up the tempo, which they're very comfortable with.
And they're doing it minus Miles Carter. Here is Robert Whittaker. Joseph. Bryce on him. That's a travel on Joseph Obasa. And he says, what?
Well, that credit half that turnover to the excellent defense of Bryce in that play, not even biting on those fakes.
A 20-point lead for the Vanta Black Dragons. Tolomia. And rebounded by Will Douglas. Valchauka with the attack. And 2 points for Valchauka.
And the Dragons seems to have woken up on the right side of the bed after absorbing a big loss yesterday against the Mustangs. They're just really dominating the Valientes in this game.
Ricky Bryce very short on the release. He gets it back and now he overcooks. Janet Hassan, the offensive rebound. Linganay misses on the 3. Hassan gets, and he put the ball back into the hole.
And this time the Valientes able to take advantage of second servings.
Oh! Oh! He is a bad man. And that's Ricky Bryce with a connection going glass.
Same 2 points. Ricky Bryce, less flashy, but very effective still.
So Will Douglas with 24 points. Incoming. Bang! So Will Douglas with 27 big points here in the first half.
5 quick points.
And that is Frankie Johnson connecting from downtown with less than a minute remaining.
It's fast becoming a shootout, not much defense being played.
So Frankie Johnson with 12. Will Douglas. Obasa. Robert. The ball movement pretty awesome for the Vanta Black Dragons. Foul is on Haner Hassan.
Having a bit of conversation with Obasa. Obasa taking exception to what seems to be a hard foul by Hassan.
And I think it was Obasa was making a point by the way Hassan fouled Lou. Lou, also a new player for the Valientes Black Dragons. He is also a local player. And he gets the second free throw. Lou scored 2 points yesterday and 1 out of 5 from the field.
And again, very welcome production from the bench for Vanta Black, as they only got 7 bench points yesterday against the Mustangs.
Frankie Johnson with a three-point play.
That's what you want to see from Frankie Johnson. How will he be able to score when the defense closes out and forces him to put the ball on the floor? That time able to take the contact and hit off the board.
And he will try to complete the three-point play, and yes, he does. So Frankie Johnson with 14 big points here in the, make that 15 points in the first half. And Kobe Lamb committing a turnover. Bryce back in the game for the Valientes. Jiu-Chu, 3 fouls, make that 4 fouls already here in the first half. Last possession here in the first half. Frankie Johnson for 3. Two quarters down and 2 more to go. And Will Douglas leading the way for the Valientes Black Dragons with 27 points. Ricky Bryce, only 5 points in the first half. Frankie Johnson on fire, 15 points to lead all scorers for the Valientes. Will Douglas, 27 points to lead all scorers for the Valientes Black Dragons, 54-36. Can't get enough of the action? Basketball fans, the Asian Tournament Top 10 Plays of the Day at number 10. On the floater. Back onto the buzzer. Oh, going all the way. What a move there by Denver Cadiz.
Same token decisions there from JJ Galanchon, who probably was surprised that Cadiz
at 9.
And you see Harris right there, as big as the monitor.
Chris Harris bagging buddies downstairs and a slam dunk for Harris.
Nothing Robinson going to be able to do if they don't send help. It's going to be
moving to number 8.
He was fouled. He was doing the calls as Joseph will slam it home. And Joseph Obasa with a slam dunk.
That's what you want to see for the Vanta Black Dragons. Try to push the pace.
At 7.
I talked to him earlier and they said he's not in basketball shape. Denver Cadiz confuses everyone there, and the assist from Jiu-Chu.
That time, Denver Cadiz.
Number 6.
Chris snaps it again. That is his second dunk here in the game.
He made the...
At 5.
Alex Capocchio also back in the game. Howard, wide open, and he snaps it home. White Howard with a flush.
There is no...
Now we go to number 4.
Hesitation move. And that's Joseph Obasa with his slam dunk.
Right now, it's Banta Black showing that chemistry is an advantage for them. And
The number 3 spot.
put their hand down. That shot is going to go up as 3 out of 5 from the perimeter so far.
Gray from downtown.
And a quick reply by Damien Shonkwi.
11 all is ours.
Number 2.
Definitely an opportunity for Val Chauca.
Oh, ho, ho! I just saw a man flying.
And I think we saw just the same thing, Sandy.
30 seconds go by here in the fourth quarter.
And now the number 1 play of the day.
And a dunk by Davis Robinson, the first dunk for the Pirates here in this game.
The very difficult one, having to go up against Harris on that play. Look at that.
This is basketball at its best. The Asian Tournament Top 10 Plays of the Day. We are back here inside the beautiful Taipei Epic Basketball Gymnasium. The numbers of Will Douglas here, Noy.
Already a double-double. These numbers are actually game numbers for other players, but so far Will Douglas 27 points, 12 rebounds. Of course, he has gotten 3 steals already. The problem for the Zamboanga Valientes, they're only shooting 32% from the field against 54% for the Vanta Black Dragons. So it's a case of not very efficient offense against not so good defense for the side of the Valientes.
The Vanta Black Dragons lead the way here. Third quarter action, Sandy Grumel with Noy Africa and Jess Constantino, our courtside reporter. Paula Skold.
Also another problem for the Valientes. Frankie Johnson has come to play already with 15 points in the game, but the Bryce and Chu combination only combining for 9 points. Gio Chu already with 4 personal fouls.
And an offensive foul called on Will Douglas. The stat says 25 points for Will Douglas. The monitor there says 27 points. Offensive foul. Rudy. Frankie Johnson, very short, and it goes out of bounds.
You'd like better shots for the Valientes. Even if Frankie Johnson has been hot, that shot was actually contested.
How about Frankie Johnson in the first half, scoring 15 points and was 3 of 7 from beyond the arc. Substitution here. Bryce comes in for Gio Chu. Gio Chu with 4 fouls. Shot clock at 15. Douglas, 25 points in the game. Hussein Chantavong for 3.
Still trying to find his role here for the Vanta Black Dragons. You know he can score, but so far it's been scoreless in this game.
Coach Bobby Gonzalez told me earlier that he will be fielding in Hussein Chantavong for Miles Carter. As Val Chauca will score from beyond the arc, and he will let him play for 13 minutes.
Right now, Val Chauca looks like he's a lot more comfortable in the offense of the Dragons now with 19 points.
Salim spins his way inside. Foul is called. Will Douglas not happy with the call. Should be careful. He had a warning earlier for delaying the game.
Will Douglas with 2 quick fouls here in the third quarter. Didn't have any in the first half.
Zamboanga Valientes in the first leg finished 3rd place. Mohamed Salim will score over Joseph Obasa.
This time Salim able to find the gaps of the defense, able to score inside.
No look pass. Here is Obasa. Slam dunk, was a foul. And nice feed there by Will Douglas.
Seldom do you see athletic assists. And that time, what a great setup by Douglas, attracting the defense, able to drop it off to Joseph Obasa for the open slam.
So Joseph Obasa now in double figures. 10 points in 5 out of 6 from the field here. First trip to the free throw line for Joseph Obasa, and he completes the 3-point play.
He has been all alone trying to contain the Twin Towers of the Valientes, but he has actually outscored the tandem of Bryce and Shu.
Frankie Johnson, one-on-one against Val Chauca. Tolomia with a gorgeous move inside. So first 2 points for Mike Tolomia here in the third period.
He was trying to shoot from the outside earlier. This time, puts the ball on the floor.
And Joseph Obasa continues to score downstairs.
And he's continuing to dominate the bigs of the Valientes. That time, getting the foul on Ricky Bryce. Able to convert despite the contact.
Yeah, Will Douglas attracting the defense there, leaving Joseph Abasa wide open. Another three-point play for Joseph Abasa. Now 13 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 block. From the Ateneo de Manila University that played in the UAAP in the Philippines. It's a Division I tournament there in the Philippines. Douglas. 25 points. Douglas behind the back, deflected by Ricky Bryce. Bryce not coming back on defense, on offense. He was just standing in there, having a conversation with some basketball fans underneath the goal.
Really needs to play both ends of the floor. You'd like to see Bryce a little more aggressive on offense.
Is that what you're talking about?
Exactly what I was trying to talk about.
Bryce misses on the 3 attempt. Here is Douglas. Jose, he passes on the 3. He's yet to score here, but he draws the foul. Will go to the line for the first time here in the Asian tournament here in Taiwan. Did not play yesterday. He did not play yesterday against the Taiwan Mustangs because of the jersey problems. Now he's here.
Well, he was an offensive dynamo during the Philippine legs, and has been signed up by the Vanta Black Dragons, and so far he has been struggling, but his team is ahead, so it doesn't matter.
Played in the Apasi leg and was very crucial in that championship game versus the Taiwan Mustangs, but did not play in the Paula leg. Rudy. Frankie Johnson. Salim providing the screen. Johnson scores from downtown.
And if not for the impeccable shooting coming from Frankie Johnson, this would be a much bigger advantage for Vanta Black.
Usman Rasul with his first three-point field goal of the game. Now he has 5.
Well, it has been easy pickings on offense for Vanta Black, while the Valientes just looking to go one-on-one.
Mike misses on the 3. Rudy Linganay. And rebounded by Rasul. Val Chalca with 19 big points in the game. And Usman Rasul stamp out of bounds. Ball goes back to the Valientes.
And if you look at the stats in the first half, the Valientes were actually more effective getting points in transition, getting 13 fast break points against just 9 for Vanta Black.
Bryce feeling his defender, and he fades away and will score.
We'd like to see him operate in the post more than settling for those outside shots.
Chalca from downtown.
Just too wide open. No one closing out on the shooters of Vanta Black.
Mohamed Salim playing extended minutes here. Chalca with 22 points, 6 out of 9 from beyond the arc. Big numbers. During the Apollo leg, he scored 35 points. And after that, he injured his ankle and did not play.
Definitely going to be vital for the campaign here in the 4th leg for Vanta Black. How Val Chalca performs as the lead guard will be a big barometer for Coach Bobby Gonzalez.
Last touch on Usman Rasul. Linganay will throw it in for the Valientes. Shot clock at 12 seconds. Traveling violation called on Mohamed Salim.
Again, the offense of the Valientes right now looks a little bit discombobulated.
All right, basketball fans from here and around the world. Coming up next, our 3rd game here in Taiwan. The East Sea Pirates will take on the home team, the Taipei Mustangs. Sam DeGuara will be playing later on alongside Dwight Howard and DeMarcus Cousins. And that's Joe or Hossein of Tanthabong scoring for the first time here from the field.
That's right. That time just too easy for him.
Frankie Johnson rises up for three and it's way off the target.
Right now, Frankie Johnson just looking to shoot every time he has the basketball. Might need to try and involve his teammates. Cannot take on the Vanta Black Dragons on your own.
And we have a timeout here in Taipei. More action when we come back. You're watching the Asian tournament, the Taiwan leg. And Frankie Johnson leading the way for the Zamboanga Valientes. He has 18 points. Val Chauca, 22 points in this game. 6 of 9 from downtown. Back in a moment.
Back to our ball game, Jose Nuchantabong is born in the United States from Lao parents. He first played in Thailand in 2017 before joining Pola Pilipinas in Leg 2 and now with the Vanta Black Dragons. Yesterday, he's disappointed for not being able to play and help his team. That's why he's extra motivated to get a win for the Black Dragons today. A super chill guy. As he describes himself, his ultimate goal is to play for the Lao national team this coming 2025 SEA Games. Gentlemen.
Thank you very much, Jess Constantino. Well, he played in the SEA Games also. He's part of the national team of Lao.
Maybe
He wants to come back. He wants to come back.
Maybe soon enough we'll get to tangle horns again with Oscar Lopez playing for Cambodia.
Va Chauca. His mother is a Filipino also. He was born in the United States. And Joseph Abasa with a slam dunk again.
If I'm not mistaken, all of the points of Joseph Obasa from the field have been dunked.
Too many points in the shaded lane for the Vanta Black Dragons. Foul is called on Will Douglas. And look at Coach Bobby Gonzalez. There's Joseph Obasa with the slam dunk.
And on the other end, Will Douglas just a little late there, gambling on the steal. That will be 3 fouls for him, all committed here in the third quarter.
New player on the floor for the Zamboanga Valientes. Aldaser Hajiri Isa. So he's a very popular player in Zamboanga. Gio Chu. The only player is not from Zamboanga except for Ricky Bryce. Of course, that's the world import.
And again, he had a good showing yesterday, providing the points and even trying to set up Ricky Bryce, having those high-low plays between the two of them.
76-47, 3 minutes and 20 to go in the third period. As such, Mark Tolomia. Kobe Lamb, by the way, in the game now for the Vanta Black Dragons.
Definitely, the Valientes are missing the absence of Malik Diouf, who is here in Taiwan, just unable to play.
Kobe Lamb And he continues to miss. Joe Alcantara back in the game for the Valientes. And a bad pass by Joe, and he's not coming back on defense. He was just standing in there. And it was a very short dunk.
But eliciting some oohs and ahs from the crowd here who have trooped here in Taiwan to watch the main game. But Will Douglas has been putting on a show for them.
He was going down when he did it, and that's Gio Chu. 4 fouls, 6 points, 5 fouls already, so he's out. Bryce back in the game for the Valientes. They're down big time here. Noise 76-47. They won their first game here versus the Pola Pilipinas RPG. It was a blowout. And the Vanta Black Dragons with a 30-point advantage, playing minus Miles Carter. Joseph Obasa, 19 points, perfect from the free throw line. And just like that, I just, jinxed him. It always happens.
Always happens to the best of them.
Tolomia. And the ball goes out of bounds. But it will stay with the Zamboanga Valientes. Bobby Dick de los Santos, former player of San Sebastian.
11 seconds.
Taken away by Usman Rasul.
Dragons continuing to play as if they're not the team trying to make a comeback.
Will Douglas, the recovery, followed by Isa. Coming up in 2 minutes here in the third period. Player down on the floor, and that's Mike Tolomia.
That's going to be a problem if Tolomia not able to get back in this game.
Oh, he was hit in the knee. That's painful.
Frankie Johnson set to report into the ball game. And that's been a struggle for Mike Tolomia so far in the first 2 games here in Taiwan.
And Mark Tolomia hearing it from the crowd. The appreciation.
We're starting to see some Howard jerseys in front of us.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to see, oh, it bumped his knee on that play with Usman.
That's tough. So he cannot walk on his own. So he will be in danger of not coming back on this one.
But we do have a rest day tomorrow, so maybe that's enough time for him to recuperate.
Yeah, the music we are playing here, I really appreciate it. Sometimes it's disco, sometimes it's not. This is a very sentimental song or a sentimental sound.
I think you're gonna want to get the playlist of the venue DJ.
Well, Richard Tapos told me that it is your sound.
It is my playlist?
It is
I
your
didn't know.
playlist. Yeah. All right. 28 points now for Will Douglas. 9 out of 18 from the field. 14 rebounds. Another double-double performance for him.
Well, he already had a double-double at the end of the first half, so just piling on the stats is Will Douglas.
Joel Alcantara fading away, comes up empty. A 31-point lead for the Avanta Black Dragons, going for their first win here in the Asian tournament. Final 2 minutes of the third period. Obasa. Lamb for three. And rebounded by Frankie Johnson.
That's what is actually scary about Vanta Black. We still haven't seen Kobe Lamb explode, and look at them blowing out the Valientes already.
Frankie Johnson looking at their shot clock. Lamb defending. Frankie Johnson going left and right. He goes inside. He stops. He spins. And rebounded by Will Douglas.
Frankie Johnson looking for a foul. I didn't see one.
Douglas, Joseph, 3-second violation. But that's a good call because he stayed too long inside the shaded lane.
Great defense there by Bryce, staying in between the basket. Will Douglas and Joseph Obasa.
78-47. Isa. Here is Joe Alcantara. Less than a minute remaining in the third period. Joseph snaps at home. 80-47.
It's now a 33-point lead for Vanta Black.
And we still have one more quarter to go. Noy. Bryce. Bryce is the only import now for the Valientes because Mali Diaz is sick. Turnover for the Vanta Black Dragons. And Frankie Johnson will go to the free throw line.
Well, this is what we wanted to see from Frankie Johnson. Be a little more aggressive in attacking the defenders. And he has been getting to the line better today than yesterday.
So it was just like a song. Better today than yesterday. Is it a wedding song? Or it's all about relationship.
Probably you're talking about that song with the lyrics, I love you more today than yesterday.
16 seconds remaining.
Quinn Cook.
Yep. Getting ready. Next game will be the East Sea Pirates versus the triumvirate of Quinn Cook, DeMarcus Cousins, and Dwight Howard of the Taipei Mustangs.
And then you add to the mix Big Sam DeGuara.
Who was in double figures yesterday. Rasul misses on the three to end the third period. Coming up next is the fourth and final quarter of this game. We'll be right back. You're watching the Asian Tournament here in Taiwan.
You're still watching the Asian Tournament update on Mike Tolomia. He actually bumped his left knee late in that third quarter. Currently, the PT is saying that hopefully it's only contusion, that there is no major ligament injury. But unfortunately, his pain right now is 7 out of 10, and he won't be able to go back to this fourth quarter. Back to you, gentlemen.
And we are very sure that he will not be coming back.
Well, with the lead this big, probably better to rest him up for the coming games. Of course, rest day tomorrow. As Whitaker will miss from the perimeter. And already for Vanta Black, you've got 3 players scoring over 20 points. You've got Douglas with 28, Chauca with 22, and Obasa with 21. I think Obasa got hit on the face on that play.
And we're just starting the fourth period.
Accidental hit from Ricky Bryce. Nevertheless, the ball will go back to the Valientes. Ricky Bryce has struggled in this game. Only 7 points in the game.
You know, he's taking too many shots from the outside.
He's harder to guard when he's in the interior.
Yep. Easily, he's the tallest player there.
Oh, yeah.
Kobe Lam.
Well, the difference is Obasa is being set up by his teammates.
Yep. Now, Joseph Obasa with 23 big points already. Now, you said earlier that Bryce only had 7. Here we go. See?
Way easier when he gets set up inside as opposed to trying to dribble inside.
Kobe Lam going around in circles. Usman for 3. Got it!
Even Usman has been exceptional coming off the bench now with 8 points.
85-51. Outside shot, no connection. Rebounded by Joseph Obasa.
So far, the 2 Philippine teams have struggled today. Pola Pilipinas losing in a blowout earlier.
Now you were talking about Kobe Lam, so that will be the first 2 points from the field for Kobe Lam.
And what you like about Kobe Lam, even if he is struggling offensively, he will continue to work on the defensive end.
His substitution, so Coach Bobby Gonzalez resting Joseph Obasa. So Kobe, I'll make that Coach Bobby opting to go small here. This is really small ball. Rebounded by Usman Rasul.
Exactly why Frankie Johnson tried to go inside. Unfortunately, will miss.
Kobe Lam. Here is Robert Whitaker for 3. Lou will score inside.
Despite not having Obasa on the floor, they're still getting points in the paint.
Rudy getting closer to the basket and was able to score over Jose Ochantavong.
Right now, the Valientes content on just penetrating inside. No one to stop them.
Usman Rasul. Ochantavong with the basketball, leaning shot. That's good. That will be his second field goal of the game.
Just imagine how scary Vanta Black will be if Ochantavong will start to get comfortable in their offense.
Well, he has such a high IQ. And that's Robert Whitaker on your screen. Coach Bobby Gonzalez giving him some playing time. His first here in the Asian tournament. Here is Robert for 3. Rebounded by Kobe. Ochantavong short on the 3 attempt. Rebounded by Frankie Johnson.
Still with only 2 field goals in the game.
Muhammad. Hanir Hassan getting the offensive rebound. Fouled hard by Jose Ochantavong.
With no rim protection on the floor for Vanta Black, you'd want the Valientes to just pound the ball inside. They've struggled from the outside, try to take those higher percentage shots.
Aner Hassan played for UV in 2017. It's a school in the Visayas and in Cebu, playing in the CISAFI, a major basketball collegiate tournament in Cebu. Lamb brings it across. Inside to Lou, outside to Robert. With a step, he shoots and will score! What a shot by Robert Whittaker!
That's a great read by Whittaker, seeing the defender closing out, puts the ball on the floor, one dribble pull-up is good.
And the appreciation there, you can see our coach Bobby Gonzalez. Very happy with the result. Battle for the rebound. We have a loose ball foul called on Lou.
Well, you've seen how hard it is for any player to play in the professional leagues, but Robert Whittaker is doing this with one arm.
Nice play. Frankie. Usman Rasul getting the rebound.
Of course, Denver Cad is easily the smallest player here in the Asian tournament. On a good day is 5'4".
He's an SK chairman, by the way, in Pasunangka in the city of Zamboanga. Jose, here is Robert for three. Usman, Lou for three. Cadiz, Salim, 4-3. Picked up by Kobe Lamb.
So with the impending victory here by Vanta Black, 5.5 minutes, 49-point lead. They will improve to 1-1. They will tie the Valientes at 1-1.
That'll be the second team foul for the Valientes. And we have a timeout with 5:29 to go. Robert Whittaker there on your screen. Averaging 2 points a game here. Back in a moment, but before we go to the break, Rudy Linganay, the mighty Termite, scoring there for the Valientes. As Robert with a blow-by, one-handed shot, and that's good. Back in a moment. Kobe is fouled, by the way. Thank you to our sponsors. Li Ning, the official basketball of the Asian tournament. Royal Manila. G-Shock from Casio. And Z Kerr. Shot clock at 14 seconds. Kobe right on target.
Very important minutes for both of these teams, especially for guys like Kobe Lam, who has been struggling so far in their first two games. It's Denver Cadiz able to sneak inside, gets the basket and the foul.
First 2 points for Denver Cadiz here in the game, and he completes the three-point play. Jose, Kobe. He is fouled by Mohamed Salim.
That foul will be the fourth team foul for the Valientes.
Everybody here at the gymnasium, they are anticipating for the Dwight Howard appearance. Yes, he will come here. Yes, he is here because he will be playing later on. They are anticipating his entrance as Kobe will score there. Fouled by Hanner Hassan.
This will definitely help boost the confidence of Kobe Lam. I know he can score. Right there, just blowing past Hassan on that play.
Hassan was caught holding on to Kobe Lam. 7 points here. He is playing with 3 fouls, and he was not able to complete the three-point play picked up by Hanner. Rudy, the mighty termite, with a connection.
It's a better job on the offensive end for the Valientes, just attacking the mismatches here in the fourth quarter.
15 of the 24. Jose trying to create space. Lou providing the screen. Lou was not expecting that pass from Jose Nachantavong. Foul is on Mohamed Salim.
Mohamed Salim trying to stop the roll of Lou, hanging on to him.
That'll be his 4th personal. And that puts them in the penalty, so Lou will go to the free throw line.
And so far, Lou in the game has 3 points, trying to add to his total, making the most of the minutes being given to him.
No, he scored 2 points yesterday, 1 out of 5 from the field. Will be his first trip to the free throw line here in the Asian tournament. And you're dancing again.
Of course.
And Denver Cadiz is fouled again.
Coach Bobby Gonzalez telling them, why are you fouling? Just put your hands up. Denver Cadiz just turning on the Jets.
Oh, yeah. Coming up next, it's Dwight Howard, DeMarcus Cousins, and Quinn Cook of the Taipei Mustangs. They will take on the East Sea Pirates.
Of course, let's see how Tevis Robinson will respond. He had an excellent outing yesterday in a loss, 41 points. Then you've got Mark Hall scoring over 20 points too. So let's see if they can get some help and maybe try and upset the mighty Mustangs.
4 minutes and 5 remaining. Too many fouls given up here. Both teams now over the foul limit. It's on Jose. It's an Jose Nachantavong. And I think Joseph Obasa will not come back. You know, this is a safe lead already for the Black Dragons. The Mustangs and the Pirates coming up next.
Right now, again, very important for all of the teams. How do you do your load management? And with the game already in hand for Vanta Black, no need to bring in guys like Douglas. You've got Shauka and Obasa.
Foul is on Denver Cadiz. There's an unsportsmanlike foul. Right after the foul of Cadiz, Rasul Usman reacting to that.
Well, despite the small stature of Denver Cadiz, he is not afraid to bang bodies with the bigger guys.
Is the smaller player, and it was just an accident. It was not intentional.
Yeah, most definitely. We're just trying to go for the steal. Was Denver Cadiz. Whatever transpired after that was just incidental.
Osman Rasul from Canada. His parents are from Taiwan. 9 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. Now he has 10 points. So the Valientes Black Dragons, they are the second team to reach 100 here in the Asian tournament, in the Taiwan leg.
Well, earlier, yeah, the Black Bears scored 135 against Polo Pilipinas.
Denver Cadiz missing 3 straight from the free throw line after making his first. The SK chairman of Paso Nangka in the city of Zamboanga. Buenas tardes, mi amigos, mi amigas. And we will be in Zamboanga on August 5 for the continuing leg of the Asian tournament. Look at that move. The shortest player on the floor was able to shake off his defender and was able to score.
That time able to use the screen properly, coming off the screen. Saw the gap in the defense, just went all the way to the basket.
Second foul on Rudy Linganay. And Jose Nachantavong, former national team player of Lao. Also, he's been playing in the Indonesian Basketball League, very popular there. 5 points for Jose Nachantavong.
But
Now
you
he
know,
has 6.
he's capable of so much more, especially on the offensive end.
Oh! Nice one. Robert Whittaker with the block shot. Look at this one. Ooh.
Showing that he can play both ends of the floor.
He swatted that one away. Quick hands again for Robert Whittaker. 3 minutes and 37 seconds to go. Shot clock at 12 for the Valientes. Here is Salim for 3. And he throws up an air ball. Aner Hassan finds Denver Cadiz. Hassan with the floater. Rebounded by Frankie Johnson. Rebounded by Usman Rasul. Jose, here is Kobe Lamb. Jose, incoming, bang!
Finally gets one to go from the perimeter. So these two guys, Kobe Lam and Nachantavong, has been able to find the range here in the fourth quarter.
4-3, Whittaker misses that one. Rebounded by Rudy into the hands of Denver Cadiz. The mighty Thermite, short on the 3. Hassan takes care of it. Intercepted by Usman Rasul. And a bad pass by Rasul.
Too strong on the pass. Whittaker unable to track down that pass.
Two minutes and 28 to go. It's assistant coach. What's that all about? And he's gone. He's gone for committing 2 technical fouls. Unnecessary, I can say. Noy, you know what? They are down. No chance to come back here, and it was an ill-advised. He was complaining about the non-call of this one.
That's,
Of
they're
course, Kobe
claiming
Lamb tapped the board.
tapped the board and made it vibrate, causing that miss for Cadiz. But sometimes coaches would do that to try and fire up their team, not necessarily for this game, but moving on in the tournament, as we do have a rest day tomorrow. Just probably trying to find a way to motivate the team, to fire them up.
So he's gone. He has 2 technical fouls.
But he's gonna have to leave the bench.
Yeah. According to the FIBA rule, you're out of the playing court. That means you go to the dugout. So it's going to be Robert Whittaker that will take the free throw, and he will miss on the only one free throw there. Only one. And the ball, the possession will be, for the Valientes.
That's a huge 41-point advantage for Vanta Black.
And the biggest winning margin so far. Kobe. There is Robert Whittaker for 3. Divided by Lou for 3. And I don't understand why Rudy Ligana fouled Kobe Lamb.
They're already in the penalty. He's going to give more points on the board for Vanta Black with the time stop. So far, Kobe Lamb, 7 points in the game.
Kobe Lamb, 8 points, 9 rebounds, and 2 assists.
Even if he has been struggling offensively, he continues to play excellent defense, trying to do the other things to help his team win.
Frankie Johnson with the attack. Final 2 minutes of the game. Cadiz picks up the foul.
Well, you do like some sense of urgency on the side of the Valientes, still trying to put pressure in the backcourt. However, they've been giving up fouls and they are already in the penalty.
Kobe Lamb, 9 points in the game. Now he has 10 points. It's a long 4th quarter, by the way. The penalty started at the 5-minute mark of the 4th.
And it has been a free throw shooting contest since then.
Frankie Johnson from downtown.
Continuing to get his numbers up.
Robert. Cadiz. (109-69). Shot clock at 8. Foul is on Haner Hassan. So they will send that will be the 5th on Haner Hassan. So this will be the 2nd time that Robert Whittaker will go to the free throw line. Oh, Bryce back in the game.
Maybe the Valientes trying to get some more reps in for Ricky Bryce Jr.
Ooh. First free throw is good for Robert Whittaker. No, he really loves playing basketball. He stayed so many hours outdoors playing basketball.
The very appreciative crowd here in Taiwan.
Frankie Johnson from the outside. (111-72), 1 minute remaining. Shot clock at 3. Now it's 2. (24-second) shot clock violation.
We're just waiting for the final score.
(40 seconds). Coming up next, the East Sea Pirates. Why are they fouling? So again, Kobe Lam will take 2 at the line. He has 12 points already now.
Well, Vanta Black will definitely take any points that they're being given just in case ties occur or the quotient system could take in effect.
Cadiz. Bryce. 4-3. Foul again on Bryce. That'll be his 5th personal. He's fouled out of the game.
That lead has ballooned now to 40 points.
He'll be fouled out with 9.7 rebounds. 11.5 to go. (112-72). And Job fouled Whittaker.
An opportunity for Whittaker to get more points on the board. I don't think Coach Bobby Gonzalez is understanding what's happening on the floor.
(8.6 to go). So again, it's going to be the Mustangs and the Pirates later on. And Job will score 1.4, and it's game over.
Well, they won, but Coach Bobby doesn't look happy. Again, they outscored the Valientes 33-25 in that 4th quarter, just continuing to play the full 40 minutes, very consistent for the Vanta Black Dragons.
Big win for the Vanta Black Dragons, getting their first here. Next game will be the Mustangs and the Pirates. So thanks to Jess Constantino and my partner here, Noy Africa, Sandy Grumo here in Taiwan. We'll be right back.